Hi, and welcome to Nothing Ventured, Nothing Game. Today, we're going to bring you an unboxing and a quick review. A gift we got right before the holidays. It's awesome. It's from our good friends at Petersen Games. They sent us a ton of stuff for their Cthulhu stuff. This one is for Pathfinder 1st edition. They do have a conversion for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, and coming out a 2nd edition Pathfinder Cthulhu module, this giant book of Cthulhu. It's awesome. We got a bunch of miniatures. We also have another special thing. Steve, what is our drink for today?
Oh, a drink for tonight is Lagavulin 16, a smoky Islay Scotch that I'm going to open right now because it's been calling my name.
We're alcoholics.
Well, hey, you live in New York. You need to have a hobby, man. Just give that a whiff.
Oh, that smells delicious.
Huh?
I think that's good for now. Oh yeah. I'm gonna pour myself some. We got these fancy little glasses.
It's like one glass a day makes you feel a little bit more like Ron Swanson.
Yes. So, cheers to Petersen Games. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. It's delicious.
Gotta love it.
So, like I said, they sent us a bunch of miniatures.
They did not send the alcohol.
They did not send the alcohol. So, right here is the big old book of the Cthulhu Mythos. Ooh, fancy. And it is amazing. This is at least 1d6.
Yeah, it's a thick boy.
Worth of damage. And it has everything in it. And that's the awesome part. They have like artifacts. Like death and injury and insanity. So I've actually been dying to character options because your characters have to be dealing in the mythos of Cthulhu, the H.P. Lovecraft mythos.
It's basically an entire source book. It's for the DM, for the players.
Mm-hmm.
It's how to make a character. It's items that you may come across or you may acquire through the game or purchase. It's monsters in the back. And also Petersen Games also has entire campaign books that you can get, and they're like adventure paths.
Yeah.
From Paizo, but they're obviously from Petersen Games.
We highly suggest them.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I am 100% been thinking of trying to get into Dreamlands campaign. And if you know the mythos of Cthulhu, the Dreamlands are like a fantasy universe. And the artwork in here is beautiful.
I was trying to find good artwork. There we go.
That's
perfect.
Right there.
Perfect. Beautiful
artwork.
Just if it had one more eye, it would be a little grotesque, but I think six is perfect.
Definitely enough.
Perfect.
And on the front cover, you have your big baddie, the greatest old one, Mr. Cthulhu themselves. And on the back, in here, I believe that is. I hope you could see it.
Well, like I said, we're gonna get a close
we'll
up
get
with the other
close-ups.
camera too. So
You'll get close-ups, but I believe that's the king in yellow. Because he's got like the little yellow thing. That might be a different god, but there's a lot of, and you see
a
like
lot
there's a
of cool
hanging
artwork.
man. It's really, really beautiful artwork. We'll get some close-ups so you guys can see it. And it's, the huge tentacled entity is not shapeless so much as its shape is not entirely visible. Parts of it vanish. So when you are trying to explain these monsters, these horrific visages, you have a beautiful like little part that they tell you what you will be seeing. And that's really important as a DM. And that's like the visual, I think, is 95% of the Cthulhu mythos. And the rest is the really cool, we're going crazy. On top of that, they sent us a number of miniatures. So we have the Dimensional Shambler, which I think is really cool. It's freaky, and I look forward to painting this. So we're going to be painting them with Steve.
And just the name is cool. Dimensional Shambler. It's like I'm in multiple dimensions and eating your brains.
Yes. And on the back, there's a little quote of what it is. So we have the Wendigo. Now, if you've ever read Lovecraft stuff, the Wendigo is actually like this crazy beast. And it's really, really cool. So I think this one's beautiful. It's one of my favorite ones. But it's the Wendigo. So we also have the deep ones. And these are these really cool little green angry frogmen. They're from, as you know, Innsmouth. And they are really awesome looking. They have this like weird frog fish combination. I think that kind of catches the mythos really well. Like there's no way to describe this Innsmouth look. And because they're interbreeding with these like ancient race of aquatic monsters. And this is kind of what I think they would be. Like I said, I've been like,
you've been hardcore into the Cthulhu.
Yeah, I love Cthulhu stuff. So they're really, really cool. I'm gonna be really sad when we paint them because they have this beautiful green color. And if I was a better man or a smarter man, I would keep one not painted because, like, let's say we were doing like a campaign and you go to like a temple. I would maybe paint, like, not paint it, but use it as like a pedestal thing, like as an idol that they worship. And it would look really cool with that like weird, like it's in like an eerie green.
Yeah.
And now the big ums. So I gotta go down for the big ums.
Down to the deep.
Shub Nergaroth.
I don't know if that's
so
correct. But
this is the crawling, the black goat. This is like
isn't this the one where it's like continually trying to birth things?
That's its mother, I believe.
No, the only
No, you're right. Yeah,
I
the
think
black
the only reason
goat would with 1,000 young. This is the one that's giving birth.
Yeah, this just constantly wants to give birth.
Yeah,
to,
it gives birth and eats its own birth. So this thing is real. Like honestly, if I wasn't playing Cthulhu and I was playing like any kind of campaign and it got weird eldritch stuff, this is coming out. At some point, you guys are fighting this. This is going to be like a pretty good fight.
Well, at the end of the first campaign, we got close.
We got pretty close.
We got close to like, the offspring of that thing.
Yeah. And again, the detail is amazing. You have like all these weird lumps. You got the hooves, which are really nice. And again, you don't really see too many seam lines. And with all these tentacles, that's the thing. There's a lot of tentacles. And again, I don't really see that many seam lines. You could kind of see them on the tentacles, but it's hard to not have seam lines on
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, most models are going to have seam lines, and this is something you have to deal with. And when you're painting, you just got to
I like
file them down.
Yeah, I like the stance. It's like standing on a rock.
Yeah, I do like the bases. The bases are not just flat bases. The bases are like these weird stone circles.
Yeah, it's very...
So if you're really not into basing, they're kind of already based for you. In a way that it's not just a flat gray nothing base.
Yeah.
They do have some detail there.
Yeah. So the black goat mother, really dope. You can't
play Cthulhu without
the great old one, Cthulhu. They do also have a dire Cthulhu, which we just found out about earlier. And that's if you really hate your players. Because it's like, oh, Cthulhu comes out with power armor. Here's Cthulhu. Here comes dire Cthulhu. That's like, oh, there's a wolf. There's a dire wolf. Like, that's when you shit yourself.
This is just a dire owl bear.
Yeah. So Cthulhu, again, beautiful. This is I want to say it looks very similar to the drawing Lovecraft made of Cthulhu. Like, he actually drew a picture of what Cthulhu looked like to him. And this looks very much, it's the same pose, sitting on the giant rock, your squid head, your weird bat wings, because Cthulhu is kind of like a dragon mixed with a squid. It's very obscure. So, Cthulhu, I'm dying to paint this, and the waves are crashing. So, that again, the bases look really dope.
Yeah.
Because that's like waves. So... you could do with that as you will. You could turn that into like a really nice thing.
Yeah.
So I think this is beautiful. And he's got like a tail. You don't really see it that well. But there's a tail back there. Got like a little dragony tail.
Yeah, well, you said that he's kind of like part dragon.
So also, they gave us, we got the regular, this is the standard Cthulhu book. And they lovingly, because we're fans. We are Cthulhu fans. And they gave us the beautiful, like fancy Cthulhu book. It's like a faux
I'm
leather.
not sure if it's full leather. It might actually be
It
leather.
might be leather, which would be dope.
might
It has the elder symbol. I know the elder symbol engraved on it. And then you have this beautiful picture of Cthulhu rising from the depths. All the books do come with the bookmark. It's just really dope.
Of course,
Green.
toxic green.
Toxic green color. Insane. There it is. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, just to keep your place because you're always going to need to keep a page tabbed at Cthulhu, otherwise he'll come and try to find you.
Yep. I like a lot of this stuff. If you are...
and here we go. We got the concept art of actually the deep ones that we saw before, which is cool stuff.
There's
one
it's
more.
Narlatep. The back picture is Narlatep.
Oh, okay.
It's Narlatep. It's not the King in Yellow.
And yet again, this is for first edition. So
First edition,
if you go looking for us, like I said, they have 5th edition source books. They also have first edition Pathfinder. Their website does state that they are coming out with a 2nd edition variant at some point. It does say by 2020, but with the pandemic, who knows if that's delayed. Take it what it is, And that definitely look at, like I said, this is just everything you need to learn how to play. Definitely look on if you're interested in Cthulhu. Like I said, they do have like adventure path style books where you can have like a whole adventure and have all of your investigators go insane.
Additionally, I would suggest picking this book up even if you're not interested in running a 1st edition Pathfinder campaign or a 5th edition Pathfinder campaign, because it gives so much information on the cults and the gods and the demon and the outer abyss and stuff. Like
you can always throw a splash of Cthulhu into your regular game.
You can go as wonky as you want. So I have to say thank you very much to Petersen Games. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It means a lot during these insane times.
Yeah,
where it feels like the Great Old One might be rising.